That's a hard start. I'm in a little bit of a ridiculous mood right now, which means I probably shouldn't be riding a motorcycle. There's been a lot of coffee, a lot of YouTube this morning. The fuck is that? The fuck is that? You're an idiot. Like, that's not driving. You almost ran the stop sign. Like, what are you doing? It's been a hot minute since I've ridden this bike, man. It's a little bit expired, and I just want to leave it at that. And it's in need of a service, so I've been kind of not driving it much because of that. And we're gonna stick to some country roads and hopefully avoid any Johnny Law. There's typically no law enforcement back here anyway, so we should be good. And I'm only a little bit expired. So guys, what do I want to talk about today? Well guys, what I'd like to talk about today is a topic that I've been discussing with many people in my personal life, and that's U.S. succession. One thing, I want to talk about this because there's been a lot of talk about like states seceding from the Union and like, you know, the United States breaking off again, and like I've thought a lot about it, and it's actually like a really interesting like topic to me, at least. I hope it's for you. I'm gonna do some ridiculous motorcycle stuff along the way. Anyway guys, so there's been multiple polls recently that are saying that like more and more people are actually like approving of like the U.S. breaking apart and splintering, and there being like another like Civil War style, you know, confrontation. And it's just like, I don't know how I feel about that, because like, you know, one side of me like has my political beliefs, and we're gonna keep politics as much out of this as we can, but like one side of me, I have like my political beliefs, and I really don't like the other side. A competent, I think, adult, and I'm willing to at least listen to people and not be as tribal as most people are. And you know what, more and more everybody's becoming very tribal in certain parts of the country. Like over 50% of Republicans want the country to split up, and like almost a comparable number of Democrats too. It's almost like both sides are like coming to the same agreement, like, yeah, we need to split up. We need a divorce, as they call it. It's a crazy idea, to be honest with you. It's a really crazy idea. You know, to be honest with you, we are the United States, and we're the United States for a reason. Anyway, guys, so the first thing that comes to mind for me is Chris Tucker in Rush Hour. Something in Rush Hour is like, you know, you just gotta follow my crime fighting strategy. Follow the rich white man. You know, and it's like, it's funny, but at the same point, if you adjust it to 2021 standards, try to think, who would benefit from our nation breaking up, right? It would be all the bad actors in the world stage. So who's probably pushing it? Probably all the bad actors on the world stage. Probably got like Russian hackers and like Chinese hackers like on Facebook, like, ha, we're dividing everybody, you know? And that's probably actually true, and that's probably actually what they're doing, is they're just trying to divide us as much as possible. Personally, as soon as one shot is fired, as soon as the nation breaks up at all, we're immediately not a superpower. It's just not going to be the way that things work. You know, there's just no way that we continue to have as much influence and power undivided, you know? That's really what it comes down to, you know? Literally the strategy, I think, for them is divide and conquer. You know, as much as I like the idea of like the South being the South and being left alone, like, I mean, Southerners, come on, like, we gotta be real here. Do you think we can really be self-sufficient? Because, like, yeah, I mean, we can grow food and stuff like that, but honestly, there's trade deals that we're part of that gives us a lot of things from all over the world and other parts of the country, and it's like we wouldn't have that if we broke up, you know? And it's just, it's kind of honestly, and I don't want to pass judgment on people, but people that are like pushing for like succession or division of the United States, I think are pretty stupid. As much as I hate California and like New York City politics, like I'm sorry, but I'm still not for anybody breaking apart from the country. I really do think it's probably, you know, other countries pushing this that want to weaken the United States to further whatever means that they have. Let's see if this person's paying attention. Like, I think the biggest solution to this is regional government, right? Like, throw everybody a bone that wants this bone, like wants this succession bone, you know? Like, and I know you guys are probably saying, like, why would we want more government, you know? Well, I think it's like a tweak of government, right? So instead of being like local, state, federal governments, which is what we have now. I think we should have local, state, regional, and federal. And then what I think we should do is take that federal level and basically make federal, you know, taking care of the bare essentials, right? So the federal is gonna like take care of like interstate highways and national defense and almost nothing else. And then you transfer everything else to regional governments. So that way you could honestly have like, you know, a Cascadia on the left coast, and then you could have like a heartland government, and then you could have a southern government and have southern people handle southern problems. You're still part of a United States, you know? It's just less BS policies from California and other equally crappy places trickle down to where people don't want them, you know? I don't know. Personally, I think that's a good idea. I'm trying to find a shady spot. It was like as good as we get. I don't know. Short thought today, guys. I don't really want to bore you guys with politics. I know it's like my first video on a Harley in a while, but you know, I just wanted to chime in on a topic that's going on in my world. Leave a comment below what you guys think about that topic. Should the United States succeed? Should it break up? I don't know. You tell me. Deuces.